In this video, I'm going to be going over how to calculate the correlation between two numerical variables. I'm going to first show you using the correlation function. You can use this within the spreadsheets. And the second way is using the describe data option from the stats package to get to calculate the correlation. Just as a reminder, correlation indicates the strength of association between two variables, and the values can range from -1 to 1, indicating -1 indicating a negative association. So as the x variable goes up, the y variable goes down, or 1 where there's a positive association. As the x variable goes upwards, so does the y variable. And then, of course, if you have 0 for your correlation, then you have no association. There's no relationship between the two variables. Okay, so let's go into the data to learn how to do a correlation. So this is the undergrad characteristics data set. And let's say we want to look at the correlation between extroversion and agreeableness. So we're going to go over here to the far right-hand part of the spreadsheet, and we're going to just type in equals, and I'm going to start typing correl and parentheses, and then we're going to first select extroversion, and it doesn't matter what order you select these two, you'll get the same result. Then you're going to hit a comma and select agreeableness. And then we're going to close those brackets, and we get a value of 0.29, approximately 0.30 with rounding. Let's go and round that. We get a correlation between agreeableness and extroversion of 0.30, indicating there's a positive evidence of positive association between these two variables. So that's the first way we can go ahead and get the correlation. You can also do this as a separate spreadsheet. If we just created a new spreadsheet, we could go over here and type start the function, and then we go over to the data, and we select one column, hit comma, select the other column, close brackets, enter, and we get the same value. So real quick, pretty simple to do. If you needed to find a correlation for a subset of data, using this method, like let's say we wanted to look at the correlation only between those two variables only for one of these categories, we could just go over here and hit, we're going to sort these from A to Z. Well, actually, oops, let's go to let's go to our other data set. So we can already see that these are sorted right here. So we could sort those, and let's go all the way over here. We'll just make a we'll go ahead and we're going to grab only, so this looks like it goes down to no major declared, goes down to row number 23. So we're going to grab extroversion all the way down to row 23. Oops, what happened here? So notice how I'm going back up here in the left hand corner and editing the function up here. For some reason I got off the my cursor got placed in the wrong place, so I changed that, and so now we're going to go and select all the way down to row 23 by holding the left button and dragging downward. We're going to hit comma. Then we're going to select agreeableness, rows 2 to 23. These correspond to no major declared. So this is the correlation between extroversion and agreeableness for those with no major declared. It's a little bit less than the correlation across all the observations. Let's see here. This is no major declared subset. So that's how you can get just a correlation for the subset of data. The other way we can get a correlation is by going to the describe data function. So let's go ahead and click on statistics. We're going to go describe data. Actually, I think we might, yeah, let's go to statistics, describe data. We're going to add extroversion to one variable. And we're going to add agreeableness to the other variable. We're going to take off show prediction bands and show spline fit. We're going to hit create. We get a scatter plot, and then we have our regression fit. So here we have r squared. And if you recall, r squared, if we take the square root of r squared, we get the correlation. So if we take this, we take the square root of this, we get the exact same value, 0.30, which was our correlation, or our R value. So that's another way you can get the correlation pretty quickly and easily. So let's go ahead and go back to our title video, or the title screen. So in this video, I've gone over how the two methods for obtaining the correlation. The first method using the correl function. The second one is using the describe data option for the stats package. But also with this, you have to take the square root of r squared in order, I'll just write that like this. Take the square root of r squared to obtain the correlation value. However, taking the square root will not tell you the direction because it'll always be positive. So you'll probably need to adjust. In this case, we can see that this trend, this direction is positive. But if you took the square root of this, and because r squared is always positive, and this was a negative association, you're going to need to adjust the sign here in order to get the correct direction of the correlation. Because remember that those values can go from -1 to 1. So in this video, I covered the correlation function. Pretty simple to do. In future videos, we'll be going more in depth into how to perform regression in Google Sheets.